Okay, hi. What are we doing? I don't know what I'm doing. This is a very spontaneous video. I decided to turn the camera on about 30 seconds ago. I have hit my reading goal for the year. Cue applause. Thank you very much. I have read 90 books this year and I'm very proud of myself. I did also think I was going to do it early, so I'm not that proud of myself. But instead of giving myself another numerical target to hit before the end of the year, I want to focus on reading all the books on my physical TBR, because my physical TBR currently looks like this. And I think that's the biggest it's ever been while I've been in this flat, which is not ideal. I've got some series on there I need to like fucking get on with, and just some other little books that I've picked up on random book hauls here and there that I'm not scared of them. I think I'm just doubting my decision to buy them, and I'm worried that they're going to be bad now I've spent money on them. I think that's where I'm at. So I am also trying to work on finishing series that I am already partway through, because my series tracker currently looks like this. We're ignoring the Anita Blake series because that book is 29 books long. I am well aware that that is going to take me possibly years to finish. Maybe not years. I could probably do it by the end of next year if I tried really hard, but they're like my palette cleanser books, so I just always like having a stack of them on hand. But if we take that out of the equation, I do have some series that are very much finishable and like doable. If there is a grey box on the end of the series tracker, that means it's not out yet, so I can't physically finish it yet. But the ones that are not, I can do that. That is doable, and I can do that, so I should be able to. So what I would like to do today is go away and pick a TBR for the rest of this month. It's currently the 4th of October. We're well into spooky season. My spooky season lasts up until like December, maybe. I'm not a huge Christmas person, and while it's dark in the evenings, to me that's spooky season. So we're running with that. I would like to pick the spookiest, the creepiest, the most pumpkin-y, ghosty books I can find off my TBR, and I'm going to put them in a little pile on my desk so that I know that those are the ones I'm looking forward to reading, and to create a little spooky pile of vibes for myself that will be there to comfort me through the coming months. I'm not usually a TBR person. I'm a huge mood reader, but I think it's safe to say that spooky will be my mood for the coming months. So let me just go and grab some books, and then I'll talk you through what I picked and why I picked them. That's a good face. I like that face. I have the books. Let me talk you through them. We've got a mix of fiction, non-fiction, and one anthology on there. I am going to treat this like a buffet table. I am not pressuring myself to finish these books. I just want to try them, because some of the books in here are ones that I am a little bit worried that I'm not going to like, and I would just like to know. I just want to know if I'm going to like them or not. If I need to DNF them, I'll DNF them, but I just want them off my TBR. They are all spookily themed, and let's get into them. Now, the first one I've got is The Fair Folk, which is the anthology. Patricia A. McKillop has a story in here about a Kelpie, which sounds cool. I think I know who Tanith Lee is. I definitely know Megan Lindholm. That's Robin Hobb's alter ego. That's not the right word. Pen name. For some of the other books that she writes, and then I've not heard of the other two. I'm not usually an anthology girly. That's just kind of not my vibe, because I quite like getting into a book, like sinking my teeth in and riding it all the way out. I find anthologies to be a bit sort of stop and starty, and sometimes they're a lot longer than I think they should be. But I've had this on my TBR for such a long time. It's a gorgeous cover. It's got authors in here that I know I enjoy the writing of, and some I've never heard of, and it's all about the fair folk and fairies and fae things, and I think that's a good start. I think that's a good idea. So we'll give that a go. Next I have The Hemlock Cure by Joanne Byrne. This is one that I picked up. I did a little like independent bookshop crawl. Oh my god, in like July. So I purchased this a while back, but it's about midwifery and witchcraft, and it sounds like it's set in 1665, and it's about keeping secrets. The reason I'm a bit worried about this particular book, I picked it up because it's witches and the sort of herbalist side of witchcraft, which I really enjoy, but I am worried because I don't always do well with books written in this time period. I think I get put off just because women are so horribly treated in this time period, and that makes me sad. So that burst my bubble a little bit. And I think a lot of the stories I have read from this time period have very much been a case of, we're just going to stamp on all the women get no happy endings and everything is bad. And that's not my favourite kind of book. So we're going to try this and see how I get on. It's not long. The font is reasonable. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The next one is one I picked up from the like clearance bit of Waterstones. It's called It Takes Blood and Guts. It's by Skin. And Lucy O'Brien. Skin is the lead singer of Skunk Anansie, and I know and love one song from Skunk Anansie, but until I'd heard of them, I didn't know any kind of rock music which had a black female vocalist, and I think that's the main sort of thing that this book talks about. Yeah, the like tagline is, Skin has been a groundbreaking influence both with Skunk Anansie and as a solo artist. She's an inspirational role model who has been smashing through stereotypes for over 25 years. Yeah, I think Skin has been through a lot in their life. Oh god, there's cool pictures and stuff inside as well. And I'm just really interested in that sort of, in that story and how that came to be. And I want to learn more and educate myself a little bit on this part of the music industry. The reason I'm worried is because, like I have said in previous videos, non-fiction going through my eyes, not always the best way to consume. Through my ears, good. Eyes, not so much. So we'll see how I do. It's got pictures, so it might be okay. But even if I'm really enjoying a non-fiction book, I do often find myself putting it down if I am reading it with my eyes. So we'll see how I get on with this. Following the non-fiction theme, the next one is a book that's just called Bat by Tessa Laird. This was a really random like birthday present from my parents. Apparently it's a whole series from, I want to say, the British Library in London, and it's all about bats. There's like pictures and photographs, and I love me a bat. I really do. I have a bat tattoo. I always used to get really excited when I saw them, like when we were out in the wilderness, the outdoors. I once had a bat get stuck in my bedroom before, and that was so exciting to me. I think bats are really cool, but again, it's non-fiction. I don't know how well I'm going to do this with my eyes, but I think the spookiness speaks for itself. It's about bats. I also think this one fits the theme because it's rock music, and that just, I don't feel like I need to explain how those mesh. Just rock music and spooky things, they just sort of, they go. Okay, I don't think I need to explain that. My next book is Anatomy, A Love Story by Dana Schwartz. This one's been on my TBR for a little while. It's set in Edinburgh in 1817. It follows Hazel, who wants to be taught about biology and anatomy. And obviously in those times, that involves grave digging and digging things up, and obviously that lends itself quite well to the spooky theme. It's about Hazel and Jack working together to uncover secrets buried beyond unmarked graves in the very heart of Edinburgh society. Edinburgh itself is quite a sort of austere Gothic city, and I think the vibes match the spooky vibes. I'm here for it. Then I have a new release. I got this the other day. This isn't a new release. The paperback is newly released. The actual book is not so much. This is Sign Here by Claudia Lux. This is about a devil who is trying to ruin the last member of a particular household to get a promotion in hell, I believe is the premise. I've been waiting for this for a while. I didn't want to shell out for the hardback, so I've been waiting for the paperback, and it arrived yesterday. I really want to read this. I feel like the devil thing goes with the spooky vibes, and I don't need any more justification than that. I'm just really excited for it. And then lastly, I have Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison. Is she the same one that wrote Cackle? Future Cat, answer me. Is she the same woman that wrote Cackle? I mean, this is about werewolves and badass women, and just look at that cover as well. Like, what's not to love? And it sounds like it's going to be kind of like sarky and sarcastic, and it's a horror, and that leans in quite well. And I'm excited. So yeah, those are the 7 books that I'm just going to put them over here, and they are what I'm going to pick from this month. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to lean on the table. They are what I'm going to pick from this month to read, and I will let you know how they go in my October wrap up. Are there any other books that you think would be good for a spooky TBR? With these books, I think they're all standalones. So I'm not really doing anything with my series tracker here, but I am getting them all off my physical TBR, which is a big thing that I want to do. I need to read at least 4 more off my physical TBR this month, and then I will feel accomplished in myself. We'll work on the series tracker thing next month.